Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
What?
This is one that's been
Wait,
very hyped.
we switched sides.
Yes, we did. We did switch sides.
Yeah, he's over here now.
Except all these are probably going to go up in a day, so people might not notice.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to put these all up in one place. But we're here for the Tanooki, and we're here to talk about today one of this year's most anticipated games, Star Wars Battlefront. Lehew.
Trey.
You primarily played this, and I took care of the single player.
Yeah, I stuck with multiplayer.
Yeah, you stuck with multiplayer, and even though it's only been out for a couple days, we got this.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
That's one of the complaints you can make about this game is that it's not much to it.
Well, I mean, like I said before we got on camera, everybody knows the Star Wars story in the universe. Right. So EA and DICE didn't really worry about that.
No, they did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, as someone who played it, no, they did not.
Yeah. So they were like, everybody should know, so.
Yeah, the single player was, to me, it was a good way to get introduced to the game.
Yeah. Didn't they recommend you to play it first anyway?
Yeah, and I took care of that because I knew you guys were all playing multiplayer. So I was like, well, I might as well touch it so somebody talks about it.
Mm.
And that's exactly what it is. I mean, it's a system used to make you more aware of everything with the game before you go into multiplayer.
People said, screw that, I'm going straight to multiplayer.
Yeah, but as a person who didn't play Battlefront when he was younger because he didn't have a PS2, yes, I went in there saying, I better learn this.
Yeah.
So, there's not really much to talk about with the single player. It's 20 missions.
It's co-op or single player.
Yes, it's co-op or single player. I did it by myself.
That must have been a joy.
It wasn't bad. It was more enjoyable than some campaigns I've played lately. So it wasn't bad. It was just kind of like middle of the road. It was a nice it was a normal shooter story with the Star Wars skin on it. And that enough was just like, okay, I'm having fun with this.
Well, so what were some of the environments you were in and stuff like that? There was an actual storyline to it.
You go on every environment.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, you go to every environment. Okay. And I don't know. It's hard to say. There's not really much of a story. Like I said, it's its main goal is to make you used to everything, to get you ready for everything, for multiplayer. So it's kind of going through all the multiplayer modes, but just in a single player environment.
Okay.
And that was good, for me, because I didn't know, I told you. Yeah, I told you, I didn't play Battlefield when I was younger, because I didn't have a PS2. Yeah, I didn't have a PS2. Yeah. The only Star Wars games that I played were the ones for the N64, which, by the way, if you ever decide to make a Racers game again, I will buy.
A pod racer?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I would make those for the new consoles. I'll buy that first day. But that was the bulk of and Super Star Wars.
Oh yeah, I remember Super Star Wars. It's Super Nintendo.
Yeah, they remastered it for PS4 if you want to pick it up.
Get the hell out.
No,
I don't want to pick it up. I remember going through that when I was a child. I didn't like it.
I picked it up. It's just as hard as I remember.
Yeah, I bet.
And the final trophy for it is beat it on Jedi mode without losing a life. And I'm just like, who's gonna do that?
They want to torture you.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to Battlefront. There's not really much to talk about with the single player. Like I said, it's really just a way to get you introduced with everything from the multiplayer, which is fine.
If you're you'll eventually figure it out once if you go straight into multiplayer.
Yeah.
That's what it took me 5 minutes.
You'll get destroyed, but you will.
Yeah. Well, it's a typical shooter controls, you know what I mean? That's what every shooter game is based on.
That was the big thing I was worried about, because I remember one of the things, just the tiny bit I had played a Battlefront when I was a kid was that the controls, to me, were weird.
I forget. It's been a long time.
So, the fact that they made it more, okay, we now know what the template is for modern shooters. Mm-hmm. here you go. I was just like, okay, I like this. This is nice. I also like the fact that your secondary weapons recharge instead of you having to desperately find them.
Yeah.
Like, that was something I was like, okay, this is a nice feature. Like, I like the fact that instead of having to go find flashbangs, I just use one, let it recharge. I think it allows for, this is going to be odd to say with a dice game, better balancing.
Mm-hmm. No, I believe that this game is very well balanced when it comes to multiplayer mode.
Yeah, which is something I've never been able to say about a dice game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah.
So
it's very well balanced.
Yeah, it's very well balanced, and it released right. You guys learned from Battlefield 4. Good job.
Yeah. I had no bugs or anything. I had no problems.
In the couple multiplayer matches I played, I didn't experience anything. I had a server drop once, but I think that's just because the host said screw it, because he was getting demolished. But I only got to play 2 of the multiplayer modes.
Which was Drop Zone?
Drop Zone.
And Hero versus Villain.
Yeah. Okay. So, all you, buddy.
Yeah, well, to his surprise, there were more than 2 modes. So, there's about 9 or 10. I can't quite remember.
I think it's 10.
Yeah, okay. 10. I'm going to go with 9, but I guess there's 10.
You played it, not me.
Yeah. Well, I haven't played every single one, but I played like 8 of the 9 or whatever.
Okay.
They're fun. They're really fun.
So let's go down a list and just like in one sentence describe each one.
Supremacy. It's just like capture the flag. You know, you capture points and you drive enemies off of the planet and you eventually win. Walker Assault is the best one in my opinion. Walker Assault, you have to stop the AT-ATs from getting to the end point of where you're at, right? Well, the thing is that if you're a rebel, that's a bunch of but if you play as the rebels, you have to defend and protect these satellite uplinks that call in Y-wings that bomb the AT-ATs and brings down their shields.
What?
And then you shoot at them. Yeah.
Good God!
Yeah, and then like once, if you're a stormtrooper and the AT-AT starts to get bombed, you're because literally everybody knows what they're doing, and everybody on the rebel team just starts wailing on the AT-ATs.
Oh my God!
And the best map for that mode is Hoth.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
If it wasn't Hoth, then somebody screwed up.
Yeah, no, Hoth is really well done.
Yeah, Hoth. I got to see Hoth in most of my multiplayer. Wow, this game looks pretty.
Yeah.
They went all out into making this game look and feel like a great Star Wars game. The sound design is amazing in this game.
Yeah.
The graphics, the levels, everything feels like this is authentic Star Wars. This was made by people who obviously love this franchise and they wanted to do this game.
Well, screw Endor though. But Walker Assault's probably my favorite mode. Drop Zone, you capture drop pods, that's all it is. And the drop pods, once you capture them, release power-ups for you. I think you capture 3 to win or something like that.
Okay.
But literally it takes a long time because the war that's going on between these drop pods is pretty intense. Yeah. And there's 40 people on the map. Yeah,
so that was the thing I didn't really get to see. Does each mode have a set amount of players? Okay.
Yeah, well, you know, like Hero versus Villain only has like 6.
Yeah, 6, which was weird.
6 on each team, yeah.
Because it's 6 on each team, and they put you in these big maps, and it's like, what do you want me to do?
Well, you play as 3 heroes or 3 villains, you know?
Right?
Which I wish they had more heroes and villains.
Supposedly, that's what's getting added.
Okay, good.
DLC.
Wait, you have Boba Fett, Emperor Palpatine, Vader, Han Solo, Princess Leia, and Luke Skywalker.
The 6 that everyone wants to see.
Yeah.
The only way, EA, I'm talking to you directly. I will only buy that season pass if you put Jar Jar Binks in it.
No, why?
You get to kill Jar Jar Binks. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I didn't think about it. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, do it, please. Because
if you put him in, I will drop the $50 to get that extra season pass. Because for all the hatred and sadness I had for episode 1, it'll be justified.
Yeah. No.
Plus Mace Windu.
Samuel, they have to get Samuel Jackson.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, they have to.
Mace Windu. I mean, there's a ton of characters. I'm sure Darth Maul's gonna get put in this.
Oh, absolutely.
Darth Maul, Boba. Do you think Jango Fett?
Boba Fett's already. That's only if they do the Clone Wars maps.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can see that. Because you can't have Boba Fett walking around.
Daddy!
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that already happens once.
Which Boba Fett's missile launcher is a bunch of BS. Let me tell you that. Oh my! I remember I was Luke Skywalker.
Oh yeah.
I was Luke Skywalker. This other guy was Boba Fett. He shot the missile at me.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Yeah, it took down so much health. I was so irritated.
There's some weird balancing in terms of heroes and villains mode.
Yeah. Well,
there is some weird balancing.
Well,
I get it, and yet I don't.
I get it. Palpatine, I think, is OP too, by the way.
Oh, totally.
Because not only does he have his shocky powers, his Sith, whatever.
Join the dark side.
But he can have Imperial trooper or not Imperial. Imperial guards, wherever they are, pop down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Vader just is like, oh, you're across the map. Choke.
Yeah, his force choke distance is insane.
God, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I even found that when the game was installing and you got to play as him. Like, halfway across the map, I was like, alright, let's try this. Wait, why did that work?
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't think it takes away any health. I think it just, you walk up to him and then you slash him.
Yeah.
Because when I was doing it to people, it didn't take away any health. Which you cannot force choke other heroes.
Yeah. Which was good.
Yeah. Because that would have been pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And speaking of Vader, his voice.
Oh yeah, we gotta bring this up.
His voice. What happened? That's what I want to know. What happened?
Okay, they get everything else in the sound design right with this game. Did they have an was it like the final day of production, they got drunk and they just said to themselves, we can figure out Vader later. Let's just celebrate that we got the guns, the ATs right, everything else is right.
Yeah, well, I think that, the voice actor of Vader, well, I'm not going to call names.
I don't even know who it is.
It's the voice actor of Vader?
Yeah.
You just said, off camera. James Earl Jones.
Well, he's the actual voice, person who voices it. I don't know who does in this game.
They should have got him, really, to do it.
Yeah, they totally should have.
The heroes and villains only have a couple lines. It's not a big thing.
That maybe would have been an hour and a trip out to lunch.
Yeah, really. It wouldn't have been that bad. But God, they screwed it up.
Wow, his voice is bad.
When I was playing as him on Hero vs. Villains, I didn't know who was talking.
His voice is bad.
I didn't know who was talking. I had no idea who was talking.
Because it's this weird thing where, when you hear him, say lines from the movie, it's not like James Earl Jones is saying it. It's like that fat 400-pound dude who went to the Star Wars con is saying it.
Yeah, really.
It's wow. Oh my God.
They better update and fix that, right away, because I don't
Destiny
like that.
Can do it, why not?
Yeah.
So...
I can't deal with that Vader voice.
And it's one of those things where it's you could call nitpick all you want. But literally, every review I've read has brought that up.
Yeah.
Every review, even the ones that are giving this game 9.5 and 10s out of 10s, bring that up.
Yeah. But back to with the game modes.
Yeah, we got way off on the game mode. So what else is there?
We were ranting about Vader and how creepy his voice was. So I think that's pretty justified.
Yeah.
No, I did Walker Assault Droid Run. 3 droids that you have to protect or capture or something like that. That's really what it is. Shoot, I forget the other ones. Oh, my favorite one is Hero Hunt.
Okay, you need to tell me about this because this is the one that everyone's been talking about, and I have not seen anything of it.
There's one hero, and that one hero has to face a squad of enemies. So I don't know if I don't remember if you pick a hero or they randomly choose it for you, which is BS if they did. But
it's Evolve all over again.
Yeah. It's fun because if you're the heroes are meant to be overpowered against normal enemies. They're because that's what it's supposed to be.
Just like in the pictures.
Yeah. So I mean, really, the squad has to work together because if you just go out by yourself, you're screwed. And that's what it is.
Well, I mean, you're all playing as stormtroopers. I gotta imagine your guys' aim has got to be a little messed up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't, and
I love it. You just got the joke on me.
Yeah. But the thing is that like people with lightsabers are dumb because like if you have like a heavy automatic machine gun that fires really fast.
Right.
The Jedi's and the Sith they can block the lasers.
Yeah.
But they can literally block every single laser that is coming out of that gun. Yeah. And they shoot it right back at you.
But it's only for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah. At least they won't make it like completely like, you're not going to hit me.
Yeah. Yeah. So Hero Hunt is pretty good, but I forgot the other ones I do. I forget. I have bad memory.
So, is there anything else you want to bring up? I mean, there's not much else to talk about. I really think of.
I really don't have that many complaints about this game. I really don't.
I was surprised it released as well as it did because of my big fear going up to this was that we were going to have another Battlefield 4 on our hands.
Is that what people were saying?
I mean, it's hard not to say that when it's EA.
Well, but the thing is that EA didn't rush them to release it.
That's true. I mean?
Think of when the teaser trailer came back. What, last year?
2013.
Was it? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. No. 14.
It was last year. That's what I thought. So it's already it's been a year and a half. They had a year and a half to build. Yeah, maybe even longer. After Battlefield.
I think this was actually supposed to come out earlier, and they delayed it.
Well, good. That's all I gotta say. Good they delayed it.
Yeah. I mean, they knew that this was going to be a big Christmas game, so it's just like, just get it in that window, guys.
And with the Force Unleashed coming out, like they planned that. They had to.
They had to have. Yeah. Like as soon as Disney got the license, EA went.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey guys,
let's make another Battlefront game.
It's come on, it's a win-win. You got the Force Awakens coming out, and we could make a game to get the hype up.
Yeah, exactly. They planned it. Disney and EA are in cahoots.
You guys better not make it half-assed this time. Yeah. You mean you don't want us to make money?
Yeah.
No, we're at Disney. We actually care about our quality.
Yeah, you do a very good Mickey Mouse impression.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We care about our quality, so if you're releasing that game, it's going to be 100% done. Okay. Damn it! I just imagine that's how that
and then he's like, okay, we need to delay it. We need to delay it.
We need to delay it, but you told us we were going to have it half released in June. Yeah, well, that's not on the plan. That mouse is going to come kill us if we do.
Yeah,
So, all right, what would you give it, then?
I would give it, for everything that it stands for and what it definitely lives up to the old one, in my opinion. And I give it an A. I really do. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, even though I can't remember half the names of half of the things in those movies. But I like watching them, trust me.
I want to catch yourself up before next month.
Yeah.
I've
for everybody who thinks that I don't remember a lot of things, that's because I have medical issues. But as far as concussion and stuff,
I knew Luke.
I know I hated the first 3 movies, but anyway, I think it did a really good job with living up the old Battlefronts to making something new and adding in that DICE Battlefield feel to it, but still keeping it Star Wars. You know what I mean? You were right. They got all the audio cues right, everything like that, except for Vader's voice. And I literally.
Join us in the dark side.
I was like, join us in the dark side. You can't beat us.
My voice would have you choked.
I would have liked Bane's voice to be Vader's voice. I don't know.
Oh, you think you can defeat the dark side?
Yeah.
I was born into it. Molded by it.
But it did a really well job. It did a real.
So now comes the interesting question.
What do you rate it?
Well, what I rate it, I mean, based on the single player, I'd probably give it a B. I would need more time with the multiplayer modes to probably give it better.
Well, if you want to play it, off camera.
I just might have to take you up on that.
Okay. After we go get something to eat or something.
Yeah. Okay. After we finish these reviews and go get a bite to eat. Yeah. So now comes the interesting question. Does EA look at this and go, You know, the last Battlefield game didn't sell well. This did.
I would say no, they're not going to do that only because I feel like they knew. Everybody knows Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know, Star Wars is a huge label. It's very huge. So I still feel like if they made it like Battlefield, a huge ton of people.
Oh, no. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all.
Well, what are you saying then?
I'm saying, like...
Did they move forward from here with this game?
With this series instead of Battlefield.
You mean like make more Battlefront games? I hope they do, but what I feel like they're going to do is with the season pass, because this game is based off 4, 5, and 6.
Right.
I feel like if they're going to make a second Battlefront, because I know EA, they're going to make it based off Clone Wars.
You really think so?
If they don't include it.
You don't think they will make it off 7, 8, 9? Well, maybe just 7, based on what we see.
Yeah, it's going to be 7.
Yeah.
If that's the case. But you can't make a whole game off of 7.
It's true. We haven't seen it yet. We don't know.
So if they don't add, maps and characters from, in the DLC, then it's definitely going to be Battlefront 2.
Yeah, we'll see. So,
which I hope that doesn't happen, because that would be a no-no. So,
All right, well, you can check out the rest of our reviews on the playlist at Tanooki.com under reviews.
I keep forgetting the website was up. I keep on forgetting that.
Yeah, it'll be under a playlist called Our Thoughts On, as we give our thoughts on every game.
Click on that category, see our reviews.
Yep, playlist, it's all going to be there.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be more coming soon.
Oh, there's going to be a lot. I'm going to have these all up my goal is to have these all up before Black Friday so people can start watching them and get an idea of what we should buy our kids for Christmas. So, I'm Lehew.
I'm Trey. And keep on playing Fallout. Enjoy Fallout.